Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay,
Good morning, teacher.
morning. We have a new dynamic for the class. I need to check your attendance in the beginning and at the end of the class. So we're going to check attendance right now. Okay, just give me 1 second. Good. Okay, Hector Alvarado is in a training today. Not going to be here. Okay, so I'm going to check for attendance right now. Herbert Candra is here, right? Okay.
Present.
Adilson Alvarenga.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Ana Domínguez.
Present.
Cristian Fuentes.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Diana García.
Present.
Rubén García. Not yet, right? Okay, not yet. Let's see. Javier Hernández.
Present, teacher.
Jessica Lima is not here yet. Okay. Hugo Lizama is working, so that's why he's not here yet. Cristian Lopez, not here yet, right? Okay. And, well, so far, these are the only students that are Fernando, right? Yes. Yes, Fernando's over here, right? Okay. Jonathan Martinez's phone is, well, it broke down, so it's going to need 2 days to repair it, right? And Jorge Ramirez. Jorge is not here yet. Okay. Oh. Okay, and Fabricio is not here yet. Okay, so these are the students present in class at this moment, the beginning of the class. Okay, let's see. Today's objective, we're going to read it over here. Okay, so today's class says, objective says, repeat it with me. It says participants, role play a conversation
Role playing.
about activities at work.
About activities at work.
But we're going to include frequency adverbs too. Okay, so let's see. We're going to start with a video today. So we're going to go to Schoology here, and we're going to go to our material, class material for week number 2. Okay. And the video is this one, food vocabulary. Can you listen?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to guess the name of the food presented in the video. Here we go. What food is that? What's the name of that food? Any guesses?
Pizza.
Pizza, is it? Let's see. You got it right. Very good. What food is this?
Ensalada.
Salad.
Oh, salad. Let's see. You got it. Okay, repeat it with me. Salad.
No.
Salad.
Salad.
Okay.
Salad.
Salad. Very good. Do you like salad?
Yes.
It's good. So or very much?
So.
Okay. What food is this?
Oh, very much
What's the name of this dish?
spaghetti.
Let's see.
Spaghetti.
Good. Spaghetti. You got it
Yes.
right.
Yes. Obvio.
It's delicious.
Yes.
What's this?
Sushi.
Sushi.
Yes.
Do you guys like sushi?
Yes.
Not so much? Not so much?
Not yes.
Okay. I like it a lot. What's this?
Hamburger.
Mhm.
Yes. Hamburger.
Se ve que comes comida chatarra.
Junk food is delicious. All right, repeat it with me. Hamburger. Hamburger.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
Good.
Oh.
What's this?
Pan dulce.
Uh-huh.
What's the general word? You saw it in the homework for homework number 2. This was in homework number 2.
Bread.
Yeah. Okay, so bread is an uncountable noun. In English, you can't or you don't count the word bread. But how can I count bread? You count the pieces. So you can say 1 piece of bread, 2 pieces of bread, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of bread. Okay. So, but the word bread, you don't count. It's like money and time. What's this?
Sandwich.
A sandwich. Very good. Do you guys like sandwiches? Sandwiches?
Sandwiches.
Do you like sandwiches?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they're delicious, right? Okay, so food vocabulary. Okay, now let's go ahead and work on the next activity. Here, we have a conversation. Okay, can you see the conversation very well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me zoom it up a little bit more. Okay, like this. So you guys are going to repeat after me. It says, Let's have breakfast together on Sunday.
Let's have
Let's have
breakfast
breakfast
together.
together on Sunday.
Okay, come to my house. My family always has Japanese style breakfast on Sundays.
Okay, come to
Okay, come to my house. My family always has a Japanese style breakfast on Sunday.
Really? What do you have? Really?
Really?
What do you have?
What do you have?
And Kumiko says, we usually have fish,
We usually
Usually have fish,
rice,
rice,
and soup.
rice, soup,
Fish for breakfast.
fish for breakfast.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
That's
That's interesting.
One more time. Listen. Interesting.
Interesting.
Sometimes we have a salad too.
sometimes
We have a salad too.
And we always have green tea. And we always have green tea.
And we always have green tea.
Well, I never eat fish for breakfast.
Well, I never eat fish for breakfast.
But I like to try new things. But
I
like
to
to try new things.
try new things.
Okay. Are we okay with this conversation? Yes? Are we okay? Or do you have questions? No questions.
No.
No. Okay. I have questions. Okay. Let's see. What does Kumiko's family like to have for breakfast? What does Kumiko's family like to have for breakfast?
Japanese.
Japanese style.
Likes.
They
To
like to
eat
have a Japanese style
Japanese style
breakfast. Okay, very good. What do they usually eat? What do they usually eat?
We usually eat fish,
They usually eat
rice and soup.
They,
Usually
they,
fish,
right?
rice, and soup.
Rice and soup.
Soup. Good. You got it right. Very good. Okay, the next question. When do they have a Japanese style breakfast? When?
Sundays.
On Sundays.
On Sundays, right? Very good. Very good. Okay, so we're moving from our conversation to the questions I just asked you, right? Can you see my screen? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so these are the questions I asked you. You see, what does Kumiko's family like to have for breakfast? You see, it's a question, so I have to use an auxiliary. Does. I use do or does. I say does because I'm asking about Kumiko's family. You see, Kumiko's family. Now, what do they usually drink? We're going to break down or separate the questions. The words in the question. So the first one is the word what. What kind of word is what? What is the name for words like what, when, where, why? Do you remember? The name of this type of words? Words that start with a WH letter. Do you know the name? Don't remember it? Okay, so check your chat. So, questions with WH we call, what do we call them? Repeat it with me. WH,
WH.
Question word.
Question word.
So, what, why, when, where, who, they are WH question words. Okay. Now, what is the next word? The next word is?
Do.
Okay, and do in grammar is my, what do I call it in a question?
Auxiliary.
Good.
Auxiliary.
It's my auxiliary. Very good. Good. Now, after do or after my auxiliary, what do I have? I have
Pronoun.
Subject
They.
pronoun.
the subject pronoun. Very good. And after the subject pronoun, I have the
Adjective.
Frequency adverbs.
frequency adverb. Very good.
Adverb.
Remember, repeat it with me. Frequency adverb.
Frequency adverb.
Okay, so I'm going to send you a message here, frequency adverb. Okay, now, and after the frequency adverb, what do I have?
A verb.
The verb, right? Okay, and the question mark. Next. What is this in the last question?
WH question mark.
WH question.
Good. After the WH question word, I have
Auxiliary.
the auxiliary, do or does, right?
Auxiliary.
Okay, and this is my
Subject pronoun.
good. And after the subject pronoun, what do I have?
Verb.
The
A
verb, right? Oh, and in this case, what is the rest of the information in this question?
Complement.
Good. Any other detail that you want to mention? Very good. So we're going to break it down like this so that you can take your notes real quick. So we're going to say, for a question with frequency adverbs, we're going to have a WH question word, okay, plus auxiliary, do or does, okay, plus the verb, plus the complement, the complement, right? This is for a regular question, right? Now, but if I want to use a frequency adverb, the frequency adverb goes before. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you this one more time. Okay, sorry. After the auxiliary, I have the subject pronoun. Okay. And after the subject pronoun, the verb. Now, if I want to use an auxiliary, the auxiliary goes between the subject pronoun and the verb. Ah, okay. So it would have to be here. You see? Frequency adverb plus the verb. So this is the structure for questions where we include a frequency adverb. Okay. Questions so far? You can take your notes. You can take your notes. Take your notes because we're going to use this formula for the next activities in today's session. Ready? Yes? Okay. I'm about to send you a picture right now. Do you have the picture?
No.
Yes.
Yes, you got it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to display it for my computer. Okay, instructions for the next activity. Okay, repeat with me. Put the adverbs
The adverbs
The adverbs
in the correct places. In the correct
The
places.
correct.
in the correct place.
places.
Then practice
Then practice
Practice
with a partner.
with a partner.
With a partner. Okay, so here is the first example. Okay, in the first example, you see the word that we have to use, the frequency adverb is usually. Okay, now, and we have this question. What do you, and usually goes over here, you see? This is a place where we have to place usually or put usually. Okay, repeat the question with me. What do you usually
What do
What
you
do you
What do you
usually
do? What do you
usually
usually
have for breakfast?
have for
have for
Have
breakfast?
for breakfast.
Okay, so usually we have to include between the subject pronoun and the verb. So we're going to do the following with the other adverbs. Often, ever, sometimes, usually, and hardly ever. Are you ready? Are you okay with the instructions?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so we're going to work in groups. Here we go. Just give me 1 second. All right, let's do it.
Javier.
Mm,
Ujú. Bueno, si quieren, empezamos. La primera ya le dije la teacher. What do you usually have for breakfast?
ujú.
Literal B sería, well, I often I have coffee and cereal. No sé cómo se dice cereal.
Espérame, solo que lo voy a poner porque no lo veo bien.
What do you usually for breakfast?
Ajá.
La
Mucho
dos.
Creo que
Hola.
la dos es I have often coffee y cereal.
I have often.
Creo yo que
I
dice
have
usted.
often. Yo no sé.
Y
No-
often.
¿Dónde van después de cada? O sea, ¿tiene que ir antes del verbo o cómo?
O si no sería I often have, I often have coffee y cereal. O sea,
Good.
yes. Oh, yes. Pues es I often have.
Mm, no, I hardly ever. Perdón.
Sí, have rice.
Okay. Morning, Diana.
Hola, hola.
Good morning, Diana. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
What do you usually have for breakfast?
Well, I have often coffee and cereal.
Okay. Do you ever eat breakfast at work?
Ay, me perdí. I have sometimes breakfast at my desk.
Do you eat? Do you usually eat rice for breakfast?
No, I have hardly ever rice.
Okay. Repeat, Diana.
Okay.
Take a look at this conversation here. Let's see. We have, take a look at this sentence. This one over here. We usually. What is this? Subject pronoun, right? And what goes after the subject pronoun?
Frequency adverb,
And after the frequency adverb?
verb.
Okay. So in the sentence, one second. Okay. Well, I, subject pronoun, and then what goes after that?
Frequently.
So I say I
Often.
often, and then
Often. How?
okay,
I often have.
good. And that's how you continue.
Okay.
Okay. Revisémoslo otra vez.
Mm, sí. Vaya, entonces sí es cierto. No, pero solo con esa nos corrió, todas eran.
Tengo que meter una prisa. Do you ever eat? How do you usually eat?
Do you usually
Sí,
eat rice
for
for
breakfast.
breakfast? Right, for breakfast. Eh,
Hardly ever, casi nunca. No,
sería
I,
no, I hardly ever.
Vaya, yo.
Dale, Rubén.
Va que sea así. Hoy sí me escuchas bien.
Hoy sí.
Ah, va.
Ahí sería siempre no,
Sí, va, sería
I
hardly ever.
hardly ever.
sí,
Rice.
Ever have rice.
How are you doing? Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so in exercise number 2, let's say, it's the one that has the word often here. Okay, what is the right answer for this one? It says, well,
I often
I often,
have coffee and cereal.
Coffee.
good. Okay, very good. Now, for the next one, with the word ever, how does the question go?
Do you ever?
Do you ever eat breakfast at
Good, at work. Okay, the next one, with the word sometimes, I
Sometimes
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 have
have
breakfast.
breakfast
at my desk. Repeat it, at my desk.
I my desk.
at
My desk.
my desk?
At my desk.
At my desk.
Good.
At my desk.
The next one, do
Do you usually
Do you
usually,
eat rice for breakfast?
Rice for breakfast.
and the last one says no.
I hardly ever
I hardly ever
Have rice.
have rice.
rice.
Good. Questions, the same questions for you. What do you have for breakfast? What do you guys have for breakfast?
Usually.
What? For example, I usually have bread and eggs. What about you? What do you usually have for breakfast? Huh?
I usually eat bread
Bread. Okay.
for breakfast.
Bread. Very good. Beans, right? Beans. Okay, so you guys are saying vocabulary like this. Let me show you.
I usually drink coffee.
Me too.
Yeah.
Coffee is delicious. Okay, so we have beans. Beans. Repeat it with me. Beans. Beans.
Beans.
Beans.
Do you have beans for breakfast?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This one is
Yes, I do.
avocado. Repeat it with me. Avocado.
Avocado.
Avocado. Do you have avocado for breakfast?
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes, I like it.
It's
Yes.
delicious. Okay, we have plantain. You see? Plantain.
Plantain.
Plantain. Plantain. Do you have plantain for breakfast?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is fried plantain. Fried plantain.
No, I like.
You don't like it? What?
No.
It's delicious.
Yes, I like it.
Okay. And what other ingredient? Okay, cheese. You see cheese, different types of cheese. Okay. All right.
Cheese.
And eggs, right? This is a very common word. Eggs. Okay. Or pupusas. Pupusas we can have for breakfast too, right? Okay, let's see. Next question for you guys. Do you eat breakfast at work? Do you eat breakfast at work?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
How
I
how
eat
often?
breakfast.
How often?
I
In my
usually
okay.
eat breakfast.
Okay. I always have breakfast at work. Always. What about you? The others? What about the rest? Or never?
I often eat my breakfast
At work. Okay.
at work. Yes.
Let's see. Do you ever eat rice for breakfast? Do you ever eat rice for breakfast? Rice?
No.
I rarely eat
Rarely.
rice.
Oh, you rarely eat
Yeah.
rice. Okay. I love rice. I eat rice every day, but not for breakfast. Okay. Very good. Okay, good job. So what are we going to do right now? Are we okay so far? Do you have questions? Do you have questions?
No.
No,
No,
so far.
teacher.
Okay, we're going to practice more, but we're going to practice in your books. Okay, so take a look at this chart. It's this one. Okay, now we're going to work with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 questions. You write 6 questions. We're going to say, how often? How often do you? How often do you? Repeat it
How
with me.
often?
How often do you? So,
How
How
often?
often you
question number 1 says, how often do you have meetings? Repeat the whole question with me. How often do you have meetings? Repeat it with me.
How
How
often do you have
often do
meetings?
you have meeting?
Okay, what can be another example? We're going to use verbs from our related to work. Okay, actions or activities at work. Okay, what can be another question? How often do you? How often do you?
No hay nadie.
How often do you go to the beach?
To the beach. Okay, very good, very good. Let's try to use actions that you do at work. How often do you?
Play soccer.
Okay, you play soccer at work?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What are some activities that you do at work? Tell me. Activities that all of you do at work. What are some examples?
How often do you check your tool books?
Good. Okay. Another activity at work?
How
How
often
often?
do you have read reverie?
How often do you? Can you repeat that, Jorge?
How often do you have read reference?
Okay, very good. Very good. Let's see. Javier, give me an example.
I often review tools in my work.
Okay, now let's make it a question. How often do you?
Review tools in my work.
Review tools at work, right? Because the question is for another person. Very good. Okay, so think about activities that you do at work and write how many questions? How many questions? How many questions? 6. 6 questions, right? Okay, so I'm going to send you to working groups, and remember, activities at work only. Okay, very good, very good.
Bye.
Bueno,
Okay.
Javier.
Hola, Cristian.
The first
Ah,
frecuentemente. How often, ¿verdad? Eso es,
Ajá.
¿verdad?
Sí, frecuentemente, ajá. How often do you store tools?
También podríamos poner qué tan frecuente tomas agua, ¿verdad? Porque eso es algo que también.
Ajá.
Ajá, es una idea. How often to drink water?
¿Cómo sería?
How often
Do you have? It sería.
do you
do you
eat?
have
Do you eat? Ajá. ¿Cómo sería? Jorge.
Yo creo que no llevaba el have. Yo vi que decía el have. O no, yo creo
No,
que
el
ahí
have era para
decía,
meeting.
ajá, do you eat pupusas at work?
Ajá. Do you eat pupusa? Ah, sí, podemos poner at work.
Ajá, es que dijo que el trabajo era.
Del trabajo tiene que ser.
Sí.
Ah, ok. How often do you give a maintenance? Do you give?
No, pero puedes, ajá, lo puedes dejar así. Do you eat pupusas en el trabajo o en el desayuno?
Good idea, good idea.
Ok. Y
Bueno, how often do you check your toolbox?
Review manual.
Review manuals.
Ahí entró la teacher, mira.
Bueno, ya voy entendiendo.
Right, ok.
¿Qué frecuencia revisas manuales? Así va.
Ok. Fernando.
Sería how often do you I often review manuals.
Fernando, question.
Hacerla como question.
No, otra pregunta.
give.
Do you give? Do you give?
Aircraft maintenance.
Aircraft maintenance.
Ok, Jorge.
Sería how often do you clean his work area?
How often do you clean?
Do you clean?
His work area. Su área de trabajo.
His work
area.
For subject pronoun, you, right? The question is you or he?
Sería you.
So how often do you clean? Possessive for you?
His work area.
You, sería you.
You.
Your work area or his work area, their work area. Which one? Your
work area.
Okay.
Your work area.
Because it's in your work.
Frecuente limpias tu área de trabajo.
Clean at work.
Do you clean?
Clean at work.
How often do you clean at work area?
At the work area.
Ajá. Ya vamos ahí. It's your work area. Exacto. How often do you clean for area? Llevamos 4.
Mira, vos se me ha olvidado cómo se escribe baño.
Bathroom.
B-A-T-H.
Ajá.
No sé si le
Y
escriben
luego-
al chat mejor.
Vaya, ahorita.
Y me gusta. No sé, una como que tan frecuentemente toma descanso o no sé, algo así. No,
Sí, sería. How often do you take free time? Tomas un tiempo libre.
ajá.
Ajá. Así sería entonces. How often
Free time.
do you take free time?
Free time.
Ahí llevamos 5.
Sí.
Va, entonces le voy a dar la última. No, vos no tenés una voz ahí, Jessica.
Ahorita.
Ajá, no tenés ni una. No, no doy la última. ¿no?
Tengo una.
Bueno, está bien.
¿Cómo le pongo? How often do you go para ir a traer materiales o herramientas?
Sería, how often do you go to the... quiero ver, vas a traer herramientas.
¿Cómo se llama?
Yes,
Almacén.
Sería.
Warehouse, creo que va.
No, almacén.
Warehouse es almacén.
Warehouse es almacén.
Warehouse, warehouse, warehouse.
Vaya.
Exacto, sería, ¿cómo sería ahí? ¿Normal?
How often do you go to the tools at the warehouse?
¿Do you qué?
How often do you go at the warehouse?
¿Qué tan frecuente vas con herramientas al almacén? ¿O cómo quisiste dar a entender ahí? ¿Qué tan frecuente?
Frecuentemente vas a traer herramientas a la bodega. No, pero...
Simón se siente fresco. Porque ahí quiero ver. Porque para ir a traer sería.
How often do you go? To the warehouse?
No sé si do you go.